This is a third stimulus check update. The $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill with the $4,800 stimulus check is set for a vote over the next few days. Republicans are now starting to speak out against it. I'm going to play a few clips from different Republicans saying how there's a lot of fluff in this bill, including $200 million for museums and libraries, among a few other things that aren't COVID related. Then I'm going to play you a clip of the latest update regarding the $15 minimum wage staying in the COVID bill. Then I'll answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. I hope you're having a great day. If you appreciate these fact-based, fast-paced updates, then hit the like button down below. So I want to talk about this sad moment first. 500,000 COVID deaths, which is really sad. My heart and prayer goes out to you, your family, your friends, anyone else who is struggling during these hard times. I really hope things get better soon. All right, moving on to stimulus. Now, on this channel, I'm an independent. I like to give both sides, both Democrat and Republican. Republicans are now starting to speak out against the stimulus package. They just had a memo released talking about all of the fluff that's going on in the $1.9 trillion COVID bill. So this is the memo right here. One of the things that stood out to me was $800 million in additional foreign food aid. Among a lot of other things, this is the memo. It goes over a lot of things where money is being misspent. Now, we hear where all the billions of dollars are being spent, but the millions is kind of below the radar. Here is a clip from Steve Scalise, who is talking about saying how there's a lot of things in it that have nothing to do with COVID relief. Here is a clip right now from Steve Scalise.
Good morning. Good to be with y'all.
It's good to have you as well. So, when you hear COVID rescue, you think, oh, that's great. All the money is going to go to COVID. But when you look at what's included, it looks like the $15 per hour minimum wage is in there, $270 million for arts and humanities, $200 million for museums and libraries, $50 million for family planning, and $112 million for Bay Area rapid transit funding in Nancy Pelosi's district. It doesn't look like all that money is going to COVID.
Right. It gets worse than that, unfortunately, when you look at the bill that Pelosi's bringing this week. Less than 10% of the money in this massive $1.9 trillion bill is for health-related items. I thought this was supposed to be about recovering from COVID. Start with the biggest item, $350 billion to bail out failed states. Look, California just announced a surplus of $10 billion, and they're going to get probably tens more billion from this bill.
Let me know what you think about that down in the comments below. $200 million going for libraries and museums, $270 million going for art and humanity endowments. Definitely not COVID related. Let me know your thoughts on that. Now, it brings up, it puts people in a tough situation, because if you want a stimulus check, then you have to go along with the $1.9 trillion spending. If all you want is a stimulus check, you can't really separate that from all of the other miscellaneous spending. President Biden says that he wants to make it cheaper, and Republicans are calling it a liberal wish list. So this quote right here came out a few days ago, but now it has a lot more context. Critics, this is from President Biden. Critics say my plan is too big, that it costs $1.9 trillion. That's too much. Let me ask them, what would they have me cut? What would they have me leave out? Should we not invest $20 billion to vaccinate the nation? I think people would agree with $20 billion to vaccinate the nation, but maybe not $800 million for foreign food aid or hundreds of million dollars for museums and libraries. So this brings a lot more context to it, because now we're starting to figure out there's more to this. A lot of GOP are saying there's a lot of liberal goodies in the COVID-19 package. To be honest, we all have access to this bill. It's public. I didn't read all of it. I read some of it, just the stimulus check, unemployment, to make sure that was on par, but I didn't read the 591 pages showing all of this stuff that we had no idea about. Here's another clip from Steve Scalise talking about the unnecessary spending.
That bill, which it looks like they're poised to pass without any Republican support, has, it seems in the polling, overwhelming support across the country. Look at the latest Quinnipiac poll. 68% support the bill, 24% oppose. Biden may not have any Republicans in Congress on board, but he must, according to the polling anyway, have a lot of Republicans across the country in favor of what he's trying to do.
Well, John, you don't have to be a good pollster in Washington to ask the question, hey, would you like the federal government to send you a $3,500 check? Of course, the answer is going to be yes. If you said, do you want us to borrow that money from your children? Because that's what this is. I think their answer might be a lot differently. And especially if you told them a fact that there's over $1 trillion of money unspent from previous relief bills that were bipartisan. The money's still sitting in a bank account. And we're going to pass $1.9 trillion of additional spending to bail out failed states, to raise the minimum wage. What does that have to do with COVID? It should be focused on helping families and small businesses who are struggling, not bankrupting our children.
Now we're starting to hear the other side of the argument of the $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Before, we heard the Democrats were going to give stimulus checks, unemployment, a lot of good things to help out people, and I think a lot of people are in support. Now we're starting to hear the Republicans point out the fluff in the bill. It's going to change the dynamic a bit, but I don't think it's going to change the vote from happening because the Democrats are in full control. They could pass this through reconciliation, which is kind of a double-edged sword. It means that we're going to all get stimulus checks, but on the same side, they're going to pass a lot of things that they want to happen without any opposition from Republicans saying, hey, that's not a good idea for the American people. Next is another clip, next is another clip from Ron Johnson talking about the stimulus bill.
You know, obviously, they'll use budget reconciliation to spend massively, $1.9 trillion, when personal savings, personal disposable income is up 5.5%. Savings 2020 over 2019 is up $1.6 trillion. And the bottom 20% of wage earners got $45,000 on average transfer payments. Our economy is ready to just take off. And now we've already appropriated $4 trillion in COVID relief. And now the Biden administration is going to shove through another $1.9 trillion, even though liberal economists are warning about overheating the economy, which could be leading to runaway inflation as well. So, again, I just couldn't be more concerned about the Biden agenda, appeasing people like China, appeasing people like Iran. It's going to be dangerous.
Real quick, Senator, all of these ideas have to be paid for. We've got the $1.9 trillion spending plan. Is a revenue raise coming next? When are you expecting them to introduce tax increases, and what will they look like? Real quick.
Well, that'll be in the next budget reconciliation. They're going to increase taxes. They're going to punish success. They'll increase taxes on corporations, on what they term the wealthy. We'll see how they define the wealthy. And, of course, I suppose Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren's wealth tax will be on the table as well. You know, to take money away from people that actually produce, that invest in the economy and give it to government and transfer payments to other people. Again, I don't think it's a formula for success.
Many times on the channel, I've asked whether you support the $15 minimum wage raise. A lot of you have said that no, you don't, because it is not COVID related. Next up, we're going to talk about what is going on with COVID, with the minimum wage being in the package. So far, it's in the package, but it may not stay in the package. Here's the latest of what we know so far.
Camilla Jayapal, Democrat from Washington State and chair of the nearly 100-member House Progressive Caucus. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to start with President Biden's coronavirus relief bill. It's going to go before the House this coming week. The president made clear that a minimum wage increase to $15 might not happen in this bill. Do you think he's fighting hard enough to get this done?
Well, the president came out very strong early on, saying he wanted a $15 minimum wage in this bill. He has been fairly consistent on that. I know there are questions about whether or not the Senate can get it through, but I can tell you, Dana, this $15 minimum wage increase would mean 30 million Americans would get a raise, 1 million Americans would come out of poverty, and 30% of those minimum wage workers are Black, 25% are Latinx. It is absolutely essential that we do it, and I believe the Senate will do it.
You said that he was consistent, but he's also said he doesn't actually think it's going to end up in this bill.
Well, let's see. I think he's speaking as he's thinking about whether or not it's going to make it through according to the parliamentarians' rule. But I've been speaking with Senator Sanders pretty regularly, with Speaker Pelosi, with the White House. And if Republicans could give a $2 trillion tax break to the wealthiest people and stop Arctic drilling, or continue drilling in the Arctic, then I think that Democrats can make sure that 30 million Americans get a raise.
We're going to know in the next few days whether the minimum wage will stay in the bill or it'll be taken out and have a separate vote later on. I'll definitely keep you updated on that, on what's going to happen. My question to you, is this too much? Now that you know of the unnecessary spending, some other things in the bill, do you think that $1.9 trillion is too much? Out of that, $422 billion is for the stimulus checks. So I'm really curious, what are your thoughts on this? Do your thoughts change on the bill? Is there too much fluff in it? Let me know down in the comments below. Next, I'm going to answer the questions you leave for me in the comments. If you want me to answer your question, just type the word question and ask your question below. Elena Burns asks, is there a cap for families on the new stimulus proposal? There is no cap, unlimited, so you could have as many adult dependents and child dependents getting $1,400 with this next stimulus package coming out. Next question, Lindsay B asks, for adult dependents, will they get the next stimulus if they haven't worked in 8 years, for example? Yes, so all that matters is your social security number, and if you make less than $75,000, then you will get that $1,400 stimulus check, regardless if you've worked, paid taxes. But for adult dependents, that money is going to go to the person who claimed you as a dependent. So be aware of that. Carrie Bitterly asks, are they going to help with food? Yes, so there's 15% increase in food stamps, which SNAP, and then they're also going to give money for food banks and other things like that. Tim Sinkler asks, people on Social Security, will they get the $250 to $300 per children? Yes. So as long as you are a guardian, a parent, and you are claiming kids that are under the age of 18, it's either going to be $250 a month or $300 per kid depending on the age. Yes, you will get that money if you claim them as a dependent. That is all the stimulus news I have for you today. To brighten your day a bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Guys, I didn't see you there. Guys, can I tell you tip of the day because I'm still in South Carolina. I know it looks like in a different place. Can I tell you the thing that you should really, really actually do when someone's hurt or you're hurt? You should really do something really good and help them out because they're hurt. You can't let a person hurt. Stay there. I know you guys would do such a great thing, even better than that. Like help them up or something. I bet you can too. So that's all the advice that I wanted to give to you today. And also this is my sister Kalea. Say hi. Hi. Bye.
And if you want to learn how to be more confident, how to believe in yourself more, and so you could go throughout your day just feeling much better, click this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel of how to be more confident. Click that video right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.